Hello and welcome to College Algebra for Summer 2 session. So I just kind of wanted to welcome y'all to my class and kind of show you a little bit around to kind of get things started. So when you log into D2L, this might not be available until July 9th, our actual start date. And so I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you around a little bit here. So let me click on this. So when you click in here, if you go to content, we should kind of have I should have the syllabus, calendar, My Math Lab instructions. So we'll go over each one of those. So here we have the syllabus, we have a suggested pacing calendar, and then we also have how to register for My Math Lab. And so we'll look at all three of these. So let's start with the syllabus. So here we are. Let me enlarge that a little bit bigger. So here we are. I'm Professor Algio. We're taking college algebra. It's going to be online. So we don't actually meet during certain times or anything like that. You'll watch the videos on your own time, and I'll show you how to access all that. So my office hours are like 8:30 to 9, Monday through Thursday. That's basically the time I'm going to be checking emails and answering them and stuff like that. But really the best thing you could do is we could meet on WebEx. All you have to do is make a request. I'll be more than happy to do that. Also, though, and it doesn't have to be at 8:30 in the morning. It can be at other times. Also, probably the most popular thing students do is they send me the question they're having problems with, and I make them a personal video and just send back a video so they can watch it whenever it's convenient for them. And once again, I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So here we go. So the only required materials is to get your access to My Math Lab. That's going to be the platform that we're going to use for homework and actually our exams also, since our testing centers are closed due to the virus. If you want to purchase the text, that's fine, but with the My Math Lab access, you'll already have a digital copy of the book, so that won't be necessary. As far as a calculator, really, honestly, your phone calculator or a $10 to $15 scientific calculator will be fine. If you want to get a graphing calculator, that's fine too. If you go to this link, you'll find a couple different calculators you can download for like a 60 to 90-day trial, which will be plenty of time for how long our course is going to be. So you might want to check that out also. Might be a little bit more user-friendly than your phone if you get one of these. So the course objective, I'm not going to read through all this, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. See down here, probably the thing you'll be most concerned about is how are you going to be assessed. So 15% will be your homework. So each video lesson will be accompanied with a homework set in My Math Lab, and we'll go over where to find the videos in My Math Lab in a moment. Regular exams, there will be 4 regular exams given throughout the semester. Exam questions are going to come directly from the practice sets and then also the lecture videos. So just be aware of that. So as I was saying earlier, because of the virus, all our testing centers are closed. And so the exams will actually be done through My Math Lab also. You will be given an hour and 20 minutes to complete each exam. You are permitted to use your notes, but please refrain from using any other resources. If you do, you're going to struggle in your next math course, okay? So please do not cheat your way through this. College algebra is going to be the foundation for all math courses that follow. The final exam is going to be a cumulative exam that's given at the end of the semester. It'll be taken in My Math Lab 2. This one you will have an hour and 50 minutes for the final exam. And once again, that one will be open notes also. Here's the grading scale. We should be pretty familiar with that. Reasons you may be dropped. You may be dropped if you miss more than one exam. Even if you miss one exam, that's going to be really tough to recover from. But once you miss 2, pretty much there's not going to be a path to being successful. Also, if your math lab is not, if you do not have full access within 2 weeks, then at that point, once again, you're not going to be successful. Now, with MyMathLab, you can get a 2-week free trial in case you're waiting for financial aid or whatever might be the case. There is a way to get a free 14-day trial, and I'll go over that with y'all a little bit later. Behavior, obviously we're not meeting in person, but basically just when we're corresponding back and forth through email, we'll just try to be as cordial as possible. Okay. The withdrawal date is going to be August 4th. So if you decide that it's in your best interest to drop the course, August 4th, it's going to be that last date that you can do that. Here's just some information about our division counselor. If you want to get some advising on your degree plan or anything like that, you can contact Rhonda Cannon. And then here are some other syllabus policies. If you click on here, you'll get some of the, basically every syllabus that Lone Star has. It has all this information here. The most important one is probably the accommodations. So if you have any accommodations that I need to abide by, just make sure you send me the proper paperwork so we can make sure we have that in place. Here is a link to the North Harris Math Department resources. And so we do offer tutoring, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. So if you go down here, I believe, let's see, let me click on this link so I can show you. So you come down here, we do have virtual tutoring. Okay, so if you go here and tutoring schedule through WebEx information, so if you click here, it'll give you all the stuff you need. So these are the different people that are offering it and what they offer tutoring in and what times they offer it for. Okay, and they're updating this every couple of weeks, so you'll know who's available, what times, and what courses they offer tutoring in. And as you can see, there's quite a few tutors that are available. Okay, so let's go back here. So let's look at the pacing calendar. So here's our calendar. We're starting on a Thursday, which is kind of weird. And so basically, you can go as fast as you want, but this just kind of gives you an idea of how you could pace yourself. So on Thursday, you'll want to watch this video and get your MyMathLab set up and all that good stuff. And then you'll want to go ahead and complete the 1.1 factoring review. And so there's a video and there's an assignment. And once again, we'll go over where the videos and assignments are in a little bit. And so you can kind of see, I typically give about two assignments per day, Monday through Thursday. I kind of put this as though if we were in a face-to-face setting, how much would I teach each week, and what, I even break it down per day. And so like I said, obviously you can work on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but this just kind of gives you an idea of what you need to complete each week. Now, what is not negotiable is what we have highlighted. So the Unit 1 test will be available the 19th through the 21st, okay? Now, the homework is going to be due on the 20th right here. So all the homework for Unit 1, okay, starting back here on July 9th, all that homework will be due on the 20th. And ideally, you would take your exam here, but I go ahead and give you an extra day in case you need it. But then here on the 21st, we do start our next unit. And then that unit ends right here on the 28th. Once again, all the homework will be due on this date. The exam, I give you, if you want to take it early, or give you an extra day if you need to take it a day later, that's fine too. So you have those 3 days. Same thing with the Unit 3 and the Unit 4. And then here on the 12th, August 12th, we do have a short lesson on matrices and systems of equations. It's about a 25-minute video. The homework is only about 6 or 7 questions. It's pretty short. And so that will not be included on the Unit 4 exam, but it will be included on the final exam. And then here on the final exam, once again, you get 3 days. You can take it on the 12th, the 13th, or the 14th would be fine also. And then that's the same day that the 10.1 homework is due. So like I said, it kind of gives you an idea of how to pace yourself. The firm dates are here, the highlighted dates, so you can know when things are due. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to, where are we? Back here, the course content. Okay, so registration instructions. So if you click here, this will tell you how to get your MyMathLab set up right here. So it gives you the link. It tells you the course ID. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and copy this here. And then I'm going to click on my link. And so if you've never done MyMathLab, go ahead and register as a student. And so this is what you'll need: your email address, the instructor course ID, and then we'll talk about payment in a second. So you type in my course ID right here, press continue, and then ask you, do you already have an account, which is possible, or you go ahead and create an account. So when you create an account, use whatever email you check most often, and the reason why is we're going to correspond through MyMathLab sometimes, and so I want you to make sure that that's an email address you check on a regular basis. So fill out your information here. Now, once you get to payment, it's going to give you, like, an access code, or you can pay with a credit card. At the very bottom, they kind of make it very small. There's going to be a link that says 14-day free trial. So when you get to your payment options, it will be at the bottom. They make it kind of hard to see, but there is an option to get 14 days for free. So you can do that if you need to while you're waiting for the funds. So once you get signed in, it will look something like this. Obviously, I have a lot more courses than you will have. And so right here, this is going to be our class right here, Summer 2. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it and kind of show you around a little bit. So this is our platform for homework and exams. So if you click on homework here, I think it will probably even populate. There we go. I already have the first unit of homework here. Tests and quizzes, it's not going to show up until our test starts to approach. Don't worry about this stuff. Is extra practice. If you want to do it, great. This is not required here. Okay, so this is not part of your grade for the course, but what will happen is you will see some exams pop up whenever our unit exam approaches. So let's go back to the homework and see how this system works. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And so this first assignment's 22 questions. So I'm just going to click on a question. And it automatically saves every time you answer a question, so you don't have to worry about saving or submitting or anything like that. So the first question says, factor out the greatest common factor in the expression. And so you might be thinking, I'm not really sure. So if you go over here, question help, this is going to be your best friend right here. You have help me solve it. A lot of students like that. Another one a lot of students like is view an example. That's probably the most popular one. So if you do view an example, you can see it's almost identical to the question I'm given. And so I can just continue and read through the step process and then be like, oh, okay, I think I can do that. If you want to send me the question, you go here and you click on Ask My Instructor. And so it generates an email directly to me. So you don't even have to type in my email address. It will tell me what question it is. And you can just say, hey, I'm a little confused about this or that. And then what I'll do is I'll make a video for you and email it right back to you. So let's see, I'm going to look at a couple of these other ones because sometimes, there we go. This one has a video and animation. So if you, not all questions, but I'd say probably about half of them have videos. Sometimes the videos are exactly like the examples, sometimes not so much, okay? So like I said, view an example is probably the most popular choice. And then also, feel free to use Ask My Instructor as much as you need. See if there's anything else in MyMathLab. Let's see, leave there. Let's see. When you're doing your homework, if you get it wrong, you get multiple chances to answer it correctly. And then eventually, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the wrong answer in a couple of times just so we can see what happens. So check again. final check. Okay, I got it wrong. Skill Builder, you can do that, but sometimes it will send you into some rabbit holes. So you can if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and click away from that. So I got the question wrong. But I can go ahead and click on similar example, and there we go. I get another shot at it. So I believe you get 5 of those. So if you get a question wrong, you can actually do similar example up to 5 times. And you can actually always go back on homework even after it's due and work on problems just to get extra practice to prepare for an exam. Okay, if you want to access the book, chapter content, right here when I click on this, see, there we go. So here are the different chapters and stuff. I supply most of the notes for the videos, so most of the notes come directly from the book, but that's up to you. If you kind of want to go through there and look at the book, that's fine. And then the last thing is gradebook. The gradebook will show you what your average is and will show you how it's calculated and all that good stuff. So 15% is homework, 65 points will come from exams, and then the last 20% will be your final exam. It's just not included yet. And that's pretty much my math lab for you. There's somewhat of a learning curve on how to use it and type answers in sometimes. But overall, I get really good feedback from students. They really like it. They think it's helpful, especially since you know right away, did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? So for the most part, students really prefer to use my math lab over other platforms I've used in the past. Okay, let's see. We'll go back here. Let's see. What do we have left to look at? Go to content. So I think the last thing to look at is where do I get the notes and videos? So I have a link here. So if you look on notes and video link, and then just click on that, that should open up a brand new window for you. And you might want to just go ahead and save this as a favorite or whatever. And so here's the home page. So we have 4 units plus that one section of notes at the very end right before the final exam. So if I click on unit 1, here we go. So right here, unit 1 outline notes. If I click on that, that'll pop up the notes right here. So you don't have to print them out, but sometimes students like to print them out. It makes it a little bit easier to follow along in the video. So I have that there for you. Let's see. And then here, if you click on the videos, once again, it'll pop up a page and take you, a lot of times it'll take you to YouTube. They're not all posted on YouTube, but a lot of them are. Let's see. So there's unit 1. Unit 2 is set up a little differently. It's the same idea, just that here's the notes, here's the videos broken into multiple parts, telling you what homework assignments to complete, that kind of stuff. So from unit to unit, it looks a little different, but it's pretty much the same setup. So same thing here on unit 3, and then unit 4 right here. So you have notes that you can print out if you want to, videos, and there you go. Okay, well, I think that pretty much does it to kind of at least get you started. So if you have any questions or concerns, don't wait. Ask them early so we can figure it out and make sure we get you set up and you're ready to go and you're successful. And so if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to send me an email. All right, I'm looking forward to working with you all.